The next episode of Star Trek The Next Generation is called Skin of Evil. Counselor Troy and a guy named Ben are in a shuttlecraft and they crash on a planet. And the way team beams down, so it's like Data, Tasha, Dr. Crusher, and maybe Geordi, definitely Riker, who knows. Some away team beams down, and they are trying to get to the shuttlecraft, but there's like some oil on the ground near the shuttlecraft, and they can't get to it because as they walk toward the shuttlecraft, the oil is moving back and forth. While they're on the ship, Tasha and Worf were talking about like a fighting match, and Worf totally bet on Tasha, and he's gonna lose. And we'll see why in a minute. So anyway, so they're all down on this planet, and the oil slick won't let them go to the shuttlecraft, and it turns out that this oil slick is a life form made up of like Metamucil and old printer's ink, or it's like all the evil in the society, something. So they're first. Sometimes the oil slick comes like there's a guy coming out of the oil slick, like a oil man. And he's like, I'm evil, I'm going to torture you, ha 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 ha, and he flings them around. There's one part where, so like, he's like, Riker is like lying on the ground, he falls on the ground, and he starts being dragged towards the oil slick, and he goes, Data, something's got me! And it like, he drags him into the oil slick, and you see like him coming out of the oil, and it's like his face is just covered in the stuff. Finally he just spat out like a newborn baby with all the gunk on him, and he's like, oh, that sucks. And Tasha's like, I've had enough of this. I am going to go around you. Look, I'm sorry about your luck, but we have to go rescue our crew members. Counselor Troy's perfectly fine, but Ben, who we don't know or care about, looks like he might die. So we've got to go get there. So Tasha's like, here I go! And the oil slick flings her backwards so hard that she dies. Dr. Crusher is like scanning her, and like he's like, report, come on, and he's like what's Tasha's condition? She's like, she is dead. Her contract is up. She's left the show, and they beam her up onto the ship because they have things that you put on their head. They can try to make them alive again, and they try, and they're like, it's no use. That thing just sucked the life right out of her. Very, very sad. We're all very sad. She's a main character. She's one of the best characters. She loved to talk about rape gangs. We're very sad. So, when they're back on the planet, Troy felt Tasha die. Even though she wasn't there, she could feel that she died, and she's also very sad. But she's like chatting with him, doing her because she's a psychotherapist, so she's doing her psychotherapy thing with this oil slick alien. And when he starts talking about his feelings and how and experience of abandonment, he gets weaker because he's so sad. Because therapy takes a lot out of you. And so what they do is they notice that that he's more sad when he's near Troy. So Picard talks to her on his communicator button, which is over here probably, and he's like, I noticed that he's weaker when he's over with you. And she's like, I'm using psychotherapy on him because mental health is important. And then somehow this allows them to like escape. I don't know. So he chats. Picard ends up beaming down and having a chat with him, but I think it's a distraction so they can do something. Not sure exactly. The only thing that's really important about this episode is that we lose Tasha Yar. So in the end, they put like a warning around the planet. They don't kill the thing. They just leave it there, and they're like, please don't, like a little sign, please don't go near this planet. There is an evil oil slick down here. That should do it. And then everybody goes to Tasha's funeral on the holodeck. And the holodeck is like that sort of Windows XP background with like green grass, blue sky, and Tasha Yar is like standing there, the clouds rolling by, and she says really heartfelt things to like everybody, but the only one I remember is that Data sees things with the wonder of a child, and that makes him more human than any of us, which doesn't actually make sense, but when you really think about it. But there you go. We love Data. And we love Tasha Yar, and we're very sorry that she is no longer in the series. And yeah, so that is the end of Skin of Evil.